Globalization is a process of businesses and organizations around the world becoming more interconnected. It involves businesses buying and selling around the world, and people and goods and services moving more easily between different places. Trading internationally is a key part of globalization. Do click on the like button and subscribe to the channel. It lets YouTube know the content resonates with you, and this will also signify to YouTube that they need to push out the video to others that could benefit from seeing it too. Imports are when goods or services from one country are brought into another country for purchase or use. When we buy goods or services from other countries, then the money is paid into that economy. So, for example, when we purchase sugar from Brazil, the money leaves the UK and goes into the Brazilian economy. Exports. Exports are when goods or services are made in one country and sold to another country. When we produce goods or services in the UK and sell them abroad, the money comes back into the UK economy. An example of a good we export to other countries is cars. They're produced in the UK and sold to other countries. Changing business locations. Globalization has made the process of businesses moving to other countries or setting up other stores, outlets or factories in other countries a lot easier. One of the reasons that businesses set up in other countries is so that they can move closer to the raw materials they require and therefore reduce transport costs. An example of this is Cadbury, founded in Birmingham in the UK, but they also have factories in Africa, close to cocoa, which is needed for the chocolate produced. Another reason why businesses might change business location is so that they can access new markets of customers. Multinationals. Multinational corporations, or MNCs, are businesses that operate and trade in more than one country. Here are some examples of multinationals you may know: Sony, Apple, McDonald's, and Nike. When multinationals set up in a new country, firms already in that country may have to change the way they compete in order to remain competitive. Here are two examples of barriers to international trade, tariffs and trade blocks. Let's have a look at them more closely. Tariffs are restrictions put in place by the government. They are taxes on imported goods, making the goods that are coming into the country more expensive for businesses in the UK to buy them. Tariffs make those goods more expensive than goods that are made in this country. Trade blocs are groups of countries that agree to trade more easily with each other by reducing barriers such as tariffs and rules. Trade bloc. These are groups of countries that agree to trade more easily with each other by reducing barriers such as tariffs and rules. This encourages trade between the countries within the trading bloc. An example of a trading bloc is the EU. All of the countries within the EU are able to trade freely with each other, which means there is no tariffs in place. This makes goods and services cheaper, which is beneficial for businesses that export and import within a trading bloc. Businesses from outside the trading bloc will find it difficult to compete with those inside, as their prices will be affected by having to pay tariffs. Globalization has created opportunities for e-commerce businesses to expand, such as small businesses. This means that businesses can compete internationally without having to set up stores abroad. Another way that businesses can compete internationally is changing the marketing mix. Businesses can change their marketing mix when they operate in different countries and are competing on an international scale. Changes to the marketing mix, the 4 Ps, product, price, place, promotion, can help a business to compete internationally. Product. A business may adapt the product to suit local taste. An example is McDonald's. McDonald's is a multinational company that has outlets worldwide and adapt their menu to reflect different tastes and local traditions of the countries they operate in. In their outlets in India, the chicken Maharaja Mac is a feature. When it comes to price, a business may take into account the currencies and make price amendments. For example, the price may be amended if the income levels of individuals in different countries is different. Place. Businesses often take into account the access that individuals may have to the internet in certain countries. Promotion. A business may use different promotional techniques in different countries. So here's an example of a Pepsi ad in China and another example of a Pepsi ad in Australia. So here they've taken into account the local cultures. Thank you for watching this video. The next two videos that will appear on the screen is what YouTube thinks you should watch next.